Hi, I'm Dr. Ashish Dutta. I'm a cosmetic surgeon at the Aesthetic Beauty Center. Botox is a protein which is obtained from a bacteria called Clostridium botulinum. The chemical is purified and then injected in very small amounts into specific areas to either weaken the muscle, or of course sometimes we use it for chemodenervation. That means chemically we are weakening the nerve which produces a particular effect. Say for example wrinkling of the face when we are moving the muscle, or producing sweat in the underarms or other areas where weakening the nerve which supplies the sweat glands. The aging process is progressive in human beings. As we mature, the signs of aging appear on our face, but most of them are related to various underlying causes. The commonest areas or the earliest signs of aging are visible around the forehead lines, which is the central of the forehead. They are the frown lines. Then we also can see some of the lines on the sides of the eyes, which are the crow's feet. And of course there are some transverse lines across the forehead which are called the forehead lines. Now all these lines and wrinkles are caused by the functioning of the muscles underlying the area. If we can weaken those muscles with the botulinum toxin or the Botox, then those lines are less prominent or less visible. In the lower half of the face, the reasons we use Botox are slightly different to that. Say for example, the corner of the mouth or the drooping of the corner of the mouth is more visible in particularly people who are aged over the 45 or 50. Now this is because of the pulling effect of a muscle here which is called the depressor angulioris. Now we can weaken that muscle to make the corner of the mouth go up a bit, and thereby making the face or the mouth area look much more refreshed and pleasant. Then there is another area which is on the side of the jaw here, that is very prominent in particularly Southeast Asians and of course some Oriental patients, and that we call it masseteric hypertrophy. That means the increased functioning of the masseter, thereby thickening it. And with Botox we can narrow that muscle down or atrophy that muscle and make the face look much more streamlined and oval. There is another area that we can also treat with Botox, particularly in the neck area, and they are the platysmal bands, the bands that form across the neck running from the chin to the lower end of the neck. We can weaken those muscles and make the bands look less prominent. Fortunately, the side effects of Botox are not as common as people would expect, but still, as any other medical treatments would go, Botox does have side effects. If we inject the Botox into one area and there are various muscles surrounding that, the Botox can go into another muscle where we didn't intend to inject. So you can get some unusual expressions, you can get some drooping of the eyebrow. Sometimes people complain of dryness or even watering of the eyes. Again, these side effects are not as common as we would expect. The common ones are usually related to the injection itself. When we put a needle into the face, we would expect some bruising, some swelling, but again, most patients are happy to put up with it because the effects that the Botox produces are much more significant to their well-being and social, of course, encounters go. Patients feel so much happier to have Botox than not. Botulinum toxin treatments or Botox treatments has been available for over 20 years in cosmetic medicine. I think it doesn't stop the aging process, but it makes the patients feel better and look definitely fresher. One of the good things about Botox is as we express ourselves, the lines get deeper and deeper, but because of the weakening of the muscle, these lines don't get any deeper anymore. In fact, they start to improve. So there is a little bit of reversal of the aging process that way. However, recent studies have shown that people who have Botox, because of the beneficial effects it does, particularly on their looks, they feel overall socially much more capable and much more adept, and also they feel more confident in themselves.